So for problem letter A, same process tayo class dun sa MCQ. Okay, so we have here price per share 5.20, 5.25, 5.30, and 5.35. Just multiply this by the respective probability percentage. Then you have the mean and you have the overall mean. So ganun din. And ito pong 5.275, i-deduct natin dito sa price per share. Okay, then you have here the respective deviation, tapos squared deviation tayo. Yan. Then multiply this by their probability percentages. Okay? To get the variance. And this variance class, square mo lang. The square root of variance is your standard deviation. So ito po yun. Okay? So i-compare mo to. So you have here the negative value para maging absolute value siya. Yung letter F, i-square natin. And then itong letter G, i-multiply mo naman sa letter C, which is the probability percentage to get the variance. So ganyan po. Sa problem letter B, halos parehas lang, no? Okay, we have here 1.2 and then 1.0435. Okay, same. So 1.2 over 1 plus 1 minus 40% times 20 over 80. Okay? And we have here the beta levered new. In-apply mo lang yung 1.0435 doon sa 50-50 na debt to equity ratio. So you have 1.67. And then for number 4, you have 14.35. So itong 1.67, i-multiply mo naman sa 5% na MRP, then add 6% na risk-free rate. Okay. So dito naman po sa problem letter C, ito na yung iba. Okay? Ang binigay sa atin class ay dividend. Okay? Dividend 1. Okay? That's 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, and 6.5. Tapos cost of equity, which is 11%, okay, 12%, 13, 14, and 15%. Then, all you have to do is just to compute the price of the stock. Intrinsic value po ito, class, ha? Kasi hindi po natin pwedeng sabing market value. Kasi yung market value is driven by the so-called stock market, which is based on the perception of the investors. Kaya nga perceived value po yun. So, kinocompute natin na P sub 0 dito is the intrinsic value or the true value of the stock. Okay? So, applying the formula div1 over RS minus G or KE minus G, ang ating price of the stock is 56.25 sa zero debt. 55.56 sa 25% debt ratio, 55 pesos kapag 40%, 54.55 kapag ka 50%, and 54.17 kapag ka 75%. So it shows that at zero debt, unlevered, mataas yung stock price. So ang optimal, piliin natin yung pinakamataas ang stock price. So, yan po. So to answer yung mga requirements, what is the price of the stock if the firm is unlevered? That's 56.25. What is the price of the stock for each level of debt? Ito na po yun. Okay? Nasa table. So refer to the table above. What is the debt ratio at optimal capital structure? 0. Okay? What is the equity ratio at optimal capital structure? 100%. Ayan po, no? And problem letter D, this problem uses trial and error method to determine which capital structure shows the lowest. This is also similar doon sa discussion natin last week as well as doon sa MCQ kanina. So before po yung binigay na tax, cost of debt. So pag yan po ay after tax, you again do not multiply yung 1 minus tax rate kung after na siya. Okay? So determine the lowest WACC. So you have at 1090, 7%. At 2080 debt and equity ratio, 7.2%. Ayan. So kung itutuloy natin class, we have here 30-70, you have 8%. 40-60, 8.8%. 50-50, 9.6%. So ngayon, the computation of beta, ito naman ang i-present natin dito, no, beta. Okay, kasi nga kanina, kumbaga sa MCQ, na-compute na yung beta. So i-present natin ngayon. So beta levered old at 1090 is at 1.28. So ito po yun, no? 1.28. So yung 1.28 mo, numerator na siya. So step 1, from beta levered old, BLO, i-compute mo yung BU, I should say, no? Beta unlevered. So ito yun. Paano kinompute? Ito po yung formula. Numerator is beta levered old, divide it by 1 plus 1 minus 40% times the debt to equity ratio at 1090. So yan po, no? Kaya ang beta unlevered na natin is 1.2. Then third step class ay yung beta levered new, BLN. So ibig sabihin, new din dapat, no? Yung debt and equity ratio. So from 1090 naging 2080 na siya. So ito po, dito mo naman i-apply. So 1.2 na unlevered times 1 plus 1 minus 0.4 times 20 over 80. Siyempre sa loob ka muna mag-multiply class, no? 20 over 80 times 0.6 plus 1 times 1.2. You have here 1.38 na beta levered nyo. Ito po siya. Okay? At 3070, same process, 1.51. Ito naman siya. At 4060, same process, 1.68 naman siya. Ito siya. And at 5050, so 1.2, multiply this by 50 over 50 times 0.6 plus 1, that's 1.92. So ito naman yun. Okay? So nung na-plot mo na itong beta levered na itong mga to, i-apply mo na sa formula ng cost of equity computation. So RFR, that is 6%. MRP, that is 14 minus 6%. No? 14 minus 6. That is your market risk premium. The difference between the market rate and the risk-free rate. Then yung beta na na-compute natin separately, yan po yung i-multiply mo sa 8% na MRP. Then i-add mo yung 6 to get 16.24, 17.04, 18.08, 19.44, and 21.36% na cost of equity. Okay? It does not mean class na highest yung cost of equity kaya siya din po yung optimal. No. Ang pinaka-determinant mo class ay WACC. Kasi pag weighted average cost of capital, hindi lang cost of equity ang tinitignan niya. Ine-effect din niya yung cost of debt. Okay? Kaya ito po yun. No? In determining the optimal capital structure, the following determinants such as highest stock price, lowest WACC, and not necessarily the highest EPS. The optimal debt ratio shall be the debt ratio next to the debt ratio with highest EPS. So, kapag EPS ang determinant mo class, tignan mo muna yung debt ratio ng highest na EPS. And the next debt ratio after that highest EPS, siya po yung optimal. Yun po sinasabi nito. Okay? So, ngayon, sa straight problem, ganito naman natin i-compute yung WACC. At 1090, so you have 7% times 1 minus 0.4 times 10% na debt ratio. Plus, yung na-compute mong 16.24% times 90%, you have 15.04. Ito naman siya. Same process at 2080, 3070, 4060, and 5050. So sa 5050, ito naman po yung computation. 9.6, okay? That's the cost of debt times 1 minus 0.4 times 50%. Ito po yon. Okay, debt ratio. Plus 21.36. Ito naman yon, cost of equity times 50%. So 13.56%. Yan po yung lowest. Kaya ang optimal capital structure natin sa problem na ito ay 50-50. So you have noticed probably class, kanina 30-70, naging 40-60, 0-100, ngayon 50-50 ang optimal. Magkakaiba po. Okay? So to answer questions 1 to 8, what is the beta levered at 1090? So you have 1.28. Unlevered, 1.20. Beta coefficient for each debt ratio, just refer to the table. Okay? Cost of equity for each level of equity ratio, just refer to the table. Ito po siya. What is the weighted average cost of capital? Just refer to the table. Ito naman po siya. And what is the weight of optimal capital structure? 50%. What is the weight of optimal equity at optimal capital structure? 50% also. So 50-50 ang ating optimal capital structure. And with regard to profitability ratios, okay, before we end our discussion, we have ROA, net income over total asset, ROE, net income over total equity. Okay? And ROIC, okay, so you have here NOPAT, net operating profit after tax over invested capital, which is also equivalent to EBIT times 1 minus tax rate over long-term debt plus equity. So if ROIC is higher than WACC, the value of the firm increases. Okay? So dapat alam mo yung WACC at makompute mo yung ROIC. Okay? Return on invested capital. If the firm is unlevered, the ROA is equal to ROE is equal to ROIC. Kasi nga wala kang debt. Diba? Kapag unlevered, wala kang utang, so yung return on asset mo, same lang din sa return on equity. At same lang din sa ROIC. Okay, so with this, we end our discussion class with regard to optimal capital structure.